Mates, brothers, and other ocean goers, I'm going to be trying to discover the best farming layout. So how I'm going to do it is, let's go with the amoebias, right? And we're going to go into a desert. Like, I'm thinking here, 39% fertility, 100% open land. We have 0 titles. Just try, yeah, try it here. And I want to try and create the best water canal layout thing that I can. Now, I was doing some testing in the only farms, and the range of one of these things, right? Sorry, hold on. Let's just plop ourselves down first. I'm thinking maybe on this side. Right, yeah, let's just drop there. Now, fresh water. So let's take a look. This is all, yeah, base 26% fertility. That's garbage. 20%. I think we want to set up the farm over here to try and test it, right? Or like maybe down there. I'm not too sure. I'll be back once it's all figured out. Alrighty folks, it's year 5 and we figured it out. So 8 tiles away is 50% fertility, up from a base of 20%, right? Now the freshwater is only 60%, but the freshwater doesn't matter here unless you are amoebian, right? Because they actually care about proximity to freshwater. But it should be fine. So what this means is, let's take a look at the fertility. So that's the base fertility there. It's complete garbage. Now, if we turn on this fertility thing, we need to put another canal 8 tiles this way, like right there. Yeah, and if... Oh, wait. Okay, let's just see the effect of it. Yeah, because the fertility from here is actually only 70%, which is also really bad. Let's just come back once that's done. Alright, it appears I've thoroughly misunderstood how this works. And how close they need to be, yeah. So it's the exact same. 50% fertility in the middle. I think they need to be 8 tiles away from each other. The full benefit. Yeah, that might be it, actually. So let's try that again as well. Alrighty, folks. It seems to have had no effect onto these tiles here. So what this shows me is that the maximum amount of fertility you can get from canals is 50% extra, like above the base fertility. Yeah, look at that. So before, in the middle, it's like 63%, yeah, ish, right? I plop this thing down, and it caps out at 17. Let's take a look. Let's just put something there. Yep. It maxes out at 70. Of the base fertility of 20. Keep going. Wow. Okay. So what this shows is that canals can only do so much. If you have terrible land like this desert here, then it'll boost your fertility by an extra 50%, like additive, right? So 0.5. So it's 50% plus the base of 20%. But the amount of effort needed to increase to that maximum is not worth it. Like, look how close this has to be. 6 tiles away. Where's the room for the crops? There's no more room for the crops. It's the exact same with culverts. They can just go through like walls and stuff. So that's the main thing. And also they don't have to be touching like this. But they have the same, exact same radius and everything. Pretty sure. Alrighty mates, I've figured it out. Once more. So Canals, they actually have a range of 101 tiles. Unless I'm miscounting here. It's 2 by 1. No. So that's 1 by 1. That's 2 by 1. Then that's 100 by 1. 101 by 1. And then this is 102 by 2. So what this means to me is the water pumps here has a pressure of 100 tiles, but I guess it has an extra tile for free or something. Does that make sense? Because otherwise, why is it 101? Maybe it's a bug. We won't know. We don't know. 8 tile wide. So 2 rows of orchards, orchard trees. 68%, right? From 2 pumps. Now if I turn this off and take a look, 62% from 68, meaning this second pump only gives you what, like 6%? That's not worth it. So let's remove that and then try out the quadruple pump, right? So quadruple pump. No, not quadruple pump, sorry. Quadruple rows, like 4 rows of fruit trees, right? In the orchard. 49% fertility. And if we activate this, let it go. Let it play out. Alright, it's reaching the tip there. 62%. So we went from 49 to 62%. That's an increase of 13. Right? 1-3. Unless I can't do maths anymore. 13%. So that's worth it. That's double the benefit from only 8 tiles wide. Now let's take a look at the triple tile. Not triple tile. The 12 tile 3 rows. It's gonna take a while. Hold on. Okay, the 3 rows. 12 tile wide. Right. 65%. With the 2 canals water pumps on, and then turn that off, and it's 55. So that was an increase of 10%, right? 55 to 65, meaning that the 4 rows, 16 tile, right? Pretty much 16 tile fruit orchard is benefiting a lot more from, well, not a whole lot more. It's the difference is a few percent between, yeah, between 3 and 4, right? Between 3 rows and 4 rows is a difference of like 3%. And honestly, that could come from all this, like base fertility, how it's like 26% here in some parts, 20% there-ish in some parts, and then here there's a lot more, 26%. So it could just be margin of error, and honestly, this isn't the most concrete, rigid testing, right? That someone could do. Someone else could probably do super in-depth stuff, but I just wanted to satisfy my curiosity here, and yeah, I'm not about to waste over like 2 hours. It's already been 90 minutes trying to figure out how to do something like this. I'm not gonna waste any more time. So practically speaking, don't be in the desert, okay? If you want to farm, But in case you do want to be in the desert, canals with 16 tiles in between them is perfectly fine to increase your fruit orchards up from... Actually, let me turn off the canal. See, and yeah, 24%. It's going up from 24% to 49%. It literally doubled. It more than doubled just from having a single water pump. And then when you have another water pump lined up, it increases again by like, what was it, 13%? So first it doubled, and then it increased by a further 25 or something, 25%. So yeah, definitely don't do 2 rows. Definitely don't do 8 tiles. It's way too close. 12 tiles away was fine, and then 16 tiles is probably the best way to go about things, and also it gives you enough room to put other things that you might want or whatever. You could even leave a gap. You could even move this across one like so, because as we mentioned before, it reaches 101 tiles, right? So you could have something in between here, probably like roads or something. Yeah, something like that. Whereas the culverts are a different story. We're gonna have to figure that out some other day. But that's it for me. Hope this helped somebody, anybody, honestly. It helps me. Help me figure out what I'm gonna do in only farms and all that. I wanna make farms like this, that would be sick. You imagine that? Massive rows. Anyway, goodbye. Authorized by Ocean Man of Oceania.